Hi, my name is Lana. Today I'm going to teach you about circle of fifths. This is a great tool for any musician that helps you to understand how music is built and will produce much more effective learning and maybe composing music. Anyways, this is the great tool, and today we'll talk about scales. It is made out of two circles actually. This is outer circle when we talk about major scales. In the inner circle, we talk about minor scales. I wouldn't say that minor scales are worse or better than major scales just because of its inner circle and smaller. Just depends on the song. It can be either in major or in minor. Today we will talk about major scales just because minor scales is a little bit more complex because it has at least 3 modes. Major scales also have several modes, but the most popular probably is just the regular major scale. And we will take it as an example and we'll learn how the circle of fifths works on the major scales. We will start from C major scale. It's kind of 0 scale because it has no sharps or flats. And we're going to play the scale using following fingering. 1, 2, 3, then we put thumb under and finish the scale with the rest of the fingers. Then we're going down, and when we run out of fingers, we put the cross and third finger over the thumb and finish the scale. Why we're doing those major scales and why we are starting on the sharp scales today? Because it's the same fingering and you will use it basically. Almost all sharp scales have the same fingering. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, thumb under, rest of the fingers, and go down. Crossover. The tones of the scale are like Lego blocks. You can build whatever you want to do out of those blocks. And the first step of the scale is called tonic. And when we're talking about the song or music piece is written in key of C major, it means that we're using this set of blocks, Lego blocks, set of tones of the scale to create the song in that scale. We can also tell that the piece is written in G major or E minor or B flat major and so on. It just means that we're using a certain scale. Well, let's try to play something that belongs to C major scale, and our songs will start either from first or third or the fifth step of the scale. For instance, Twinkle Twinkle. Deck the Hall starts on fifth. Mary Had a Little Lamb starts on third. Okay, so we just were in the key of C major. When we will go up 5 notes from C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we come to the beginning of the next scale on our circle of fifths, C to G, and that's why it's called circle of fifths, because all the new scale, every new scale will appear 5 notes up or down from the key that we're talking about. So right now we're going up and we found G. If we will play that G major scale from G, we will hear that it will sound wrong if we will not use the black key to fix it. Sounds wrong. So our new sharp always appears on the last step of the scale right before we hit the tonic again, the upper tonic. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 again, tonic. Well, if we'll play Twinkle Twinkle, it will be starting on G and we'll do exactly the same thing. So literally you can play any song from any key, but in this case we didn't use F sharp. Why? just because the song doesn't go to F. That's it. But if we'll play Deck the Halls, you will hear that it will sound really weird if we will not play F sharp. That's right now. So you can try to play those two songs from any scale and just to practice it. You can also play Joy to the World starting from the top tonic, and it's basically a scale going down. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Fingering is exactly the same like in C major scale. 1, 2, 3, thumb, go all the way up and goes down. Run out of the fingers, cross over third finger, and finish it up. Our next scale from G up will be, guess what? 5 notes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's D. So your D major scale keeps the F sharp that we had previously at G major scale and gets the new one, guess where? In the last step of the scale again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a new sharp. 7, 1, and go down. So when I'm picking up song by ear, if I know I'm in a D major scale, I will never sit and guess what kind of black keys I will have, because I know I will have F sharp and C sharp in this scale. Here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So because I have F sharp in there, I am not trying to guess somewhere in here. I know I will use my F sharp. Okay. Deck the Halls. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. La 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 la. C sharp. La la. Our next scale from D will go up again. Up 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the new scale will be A major. So A major has 3 sharps. We keep in our F and C that we had in previous scale, and I guess we again getting a new sharp on the last step of the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's a new sharp. 7, and 1 again. Twinkle, twinkle, watch out, F sharp. Little star, how I wonder what you are. So if you just not keeping in mind your sharps, you will be looking for something like really sad version of Twinkle, Twinkle. And now you're in A minor instead of A major. So keep in mind your sharps when you are practicing your scales. All right, the next scale will go again 5 notes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E major scale will have 4 sharps. F, C, G, and the new sharp is D sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And finally from E we're going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and have B. B major scale is the easiest scale actually to play. It's hardest to read. If you're reading something in B major scale 5 sharps, but to play is really easy because your longer fingers are falling on the black keys and shorter fingers going on the white keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. All right, very nice. Now we come to the interesting point where we have B has 5 sharps, and then we go 5 notes up again, and we're supposed to have a 6 sharps. Like, how come 6 sharps? We already had all the black keys, right? Where is the 6 going? Well, let's name it. B, C sharp, D sharp, E. Oh, excuse me. Going to F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So next scale will be F sharp major. Okay, Here we go. We cannot start on thumb because thumb is not a good finger to start on black keys. It's too short. And we start on the second finger, but let's count the steps of the scale to find out what's going on with that 6 sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's name them. F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, and what is this? E sharp. People say, like, why don't you call it F? It's F. No, it's E sharp because F is already sharp. So it's E sharp, nearest key up is called sharp. And sharps are not necessarily black keys, as well as flats are not necessarily only black keys. It can be white key as well, because E was raised half step, so that makes it E sharp. And then we come to that interesting point when we have 6 sharps in here, and the scale is called F sharp major. Let's call it again. Let's name the keys. F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp. Is it possible to go more, 1/5 up? Yes, it's possible. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We come to C sharp major. What is C sharp major? It theoretically does exist, but we never use it. We actually replace it with D flat major later on. But let's see. What is C sharp major? If you take all the scale white keys, C major, and just sharp everything, and it will be, every key will be sharp. C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp. So everything shifted half step up. That's what it will be, C sharp major. All right, so very nice. So we kind of figure out what to do with sharp scales. Now let's talk about the flat scales. Flat scales actually work exactly the same way, but we are going down. From that C, we're going down, and you'll see that we first flat will be B flat. So it's a little bit different fingering, a lot of different fingering. That's why we're not right now sticking to it too much yet. So let's play that F major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. So B flat will be a first flat, and it appears on the 4th step of the scales. 5, 6, 7, 1. And you see the fingering is absolutely different. We take 4 finger on B flat. Okay? And if I will play without B flat, the twinkle twinkle sound weird. That sounds better. Okay, now here we're coming to a very interesting point. If you take the F and go 5 notes down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, B was already flat, so we're starting on the B flat major scale. If you will see at my wonderful clock with scales, F is the only flat scale that starts on white key. Everything else starts on flat keys. B flat, E flat, A flat scale, D flat, and then we come to G flat. So we keep going down, and because the starting on the black keys, the fingering will be totally different. Remember, we're not starting with thumb because it's too short for the long for the black keys, and we'll start a different fingering. But anyways, the whole idea is the same. It keeps gaining flats instead of sharps every time you have the new flat on the 4th step, and you're gaining more and more and more, and finally you come to G flat major scale. Let's go through this. So B flat major scale. And then we're going from B flat down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E flat. E flat has 3 flats. Then from E flat going down, we got to A flat. flat, D flat, and we finally come to G flat scale. But remember, when we talk about sharps, we just talk about that F sharp major scale and we named it as sharps. Can we call them flats? Why not? We can. Let's try. G flat, A flat, B flat, and guess what this one? C flat, D flat, E flat, F, G flat. G flat, F, E flat, D flat, C flat, B flat, A flat, G flat. So you see, you can call that scale either sharps or flat, and that's what they actually show in here. F sharp or G flat, it's absolutely the same sounds, so-called enharmonic sounds. We call them different, but it's exactly the same sound again. And that's where a circle of fifths connects. So if you keep gaining sharps, you come to F sharp scale and you rethink them as a flats, and they keep going this way, you start losing your flats and coming back to the zero. And if you're going down, you keep gaining flats and you come to the six flats, G flat major scale, rethink it as F sharp, rename them, and then you start thinking sharps and you go in opposite direction, you start losing sharps and get back to zero again, to C major. And that's why it's a circle. So this way you can technically play any song in any key. Have fun, guys. Thanks for watching my videos. Bye-bye.